Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the YHC Soccer and Lacrosse Field for today's NCAA Division II men's lacrosse match between the Argonauts of Notre Dame Namur University and your Mountain Lions of Young Harris College. Young Harris College and the NCAA promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and fans. We request your cooperation in supporting the student athletes and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, derogatory comments, or other intimidating actions directed at athletes, officials, team representatives, or other fans will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal. YHC and the NCAA have many traditions, but bad sportsmanship isn't one of them. We appreciate your cooperation in creating a safe and positive game environment. Respect, it's the name of the game. Just a reminder that spectators are not allowed to enter the competition area during warm-ups, halftime, or while the contest is being conducted. Now for the starting lineups. First for our visitors from Belmont, California. The Argonauts are under direction of head coach Thomas Hansen and assisted by John Black and Alex Tiscala. Goalkeeper number 12, Julian Lewis. Number 00, Nicholas Wemmeling. Number 1, Michael Haas. Number 4, Connor Morrison. Number 9, Andrew Kofed. Number 20, Jacob McFarland. Number 23, Alex Elifritz. Number 24, Dominic Brown. Number 30, Nathan Evrugas. And number 31, Alberto Gutierrez. Now, for your Mountain Lions, Young Harris under direction of head coach Forrest McConnell and assisted by Josh Singleton. Goalkeeper number 31, Sean Dever. Number 2, Bruce Silk. Number 3, Darian Mass. Number 4, Julian Infante. Number 7, Hayes Johnson. Number 9, Jake Dunlop. Number 11, Duncan Jackson. Number 14, Alex Venturino. Number 33, Kyle Beverly. And number 44, Zach Stevenson. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
Good evening and welcome to the YHC Soccer and Lacrosse Field on the campus of Young Harris College for Young Harris College men's lacrosse. Young Harris College, our Mountain Lions taking on Notre Dame de Namur University, the Argonauts, under the direction of Thomas Hanson, assisted by John Black and Alex DeScalia. Young Harris coming in on a 4-game winning streak, 1-0 in the Great Lakes Valley Conference and 4-3 overall. Again, winners of their last 4 straight. This is the second of 4 games that will be played at Young Harris this week. Last time out for Young Harris, impressive win, 12-3 victory this past Saturday over Mars Hill. This Friday, Young Harris will be hosting Walsh at 4 p.m. And on March 11th, we'll be having Embry-Riddle School out of Florida, Daytona Beach. That's where I think our softball team's going to be tomorrow. It will be senior day. And then on March 17th, a week later, we will be in conference with Indianapolis. Face-off, controlled by Young Harris. Zach Stevens in face-off position for Young Harris. He has been very, very good. Young Harris ball. This is Bruce Silk. Working. Silk leads us with 24 points, 17 goals, and 7 assists. Young Harris playing without several players today. And playing a team from California that is on the first of a 4-game swing through kind of what's the Gulf South type schools, Young Harris, UAH, Shorter, and Montevallo. So it's really the Great Lakes minus the Midwestern schools, Indianapolis and Maryville, Missouri. Play begins. This is Hayes Johnson working on the left side. Puts the ball to Daniel Zimney. Zim will give it up on the right side to Garrett Blake. Working around, keeping it hot. Shot comes to the top. This is Zim. Makes a move, coming right side. Looking to get in the arc, passes behind. Ball comes left to Matty Ladon's shot on goal is wide right. And it will be Young Harris ball. Young Harris women in action tomorrow in Melbourne, Florida against Florida Tech. Lost to the #1 team in the nation Monday. And we look forward to getting on the air with them again. Blake with the ball, left side. He'll make a move now, coming to the left side. Makes the pass. Gets it into Johnson. Ball's on the ground. Picked up by the Argonauts. This is Alberto Gutierrez. Quickly down the field. Shot is in air. They turn the ball over, and it will be Young Harris ball. In goal for Young Harris today, as usual, number 31, Sean Deaver, senior out of Marietta, Georgia. And we'll talk a little bit more about Sean later on in the contest, as he has been recognized by the Great Lakes Valley Conference for his stellar play. Young Harris ball across midfield. Garrett Blake. Blake getting his offense set, gives up to Zimney. Daniel will work the right side, coming in behind the goal, looking to come back center. Back to Blake. Blake works against Michael Haas, junior out of San Diego. Shot on goal, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Young Harris ball. Duncan Jackson, shot, bounce, goes wide. Young Harris ball. Blake. Blake passes that to Zimney. Daniel on the left side. Gives the ball up to Bruce Silk. Bruce Silk attacks, gets the ball, bounce shot's going to be wide right of the pipe. And it's picked up before it goes out of bounds. Good hustle by the Argonauts. Young Harris now will fall back defensively. Some substitutions made. Julian Lewis, big guy, 6'3", 295-pound freshman out of Valencia, California, makes the pass. It's on the ground. It's going to be picked up by Young Harris. Will drop the ball. Good hard physical play. Darian Mass picks the ball up. Makes the pass out to Matty Ladon. Matty on the left side. Argonauts having to spend a lot of time defensively. Chandler Bradley in for Young Harris. Also Nolan Moon comes in. And Nolan Moon, freshman out of Marietta, who just checked in with the ball. He comes right side to Jackson. Matty Ladon will check out. And Jimmy Martelli will check in. Shot on goal by Silk is right, and Pat pumps the stick, thought had an opportunity there. It will be Argonaut ball, multiple substitutions. Jake Dunlop's going to come in. Dunlop, a senior out of Ontario. Argonauts get the ball across midfield. This is Michael Haas. Gives the ball up. Connor Morrison makes a pass, reverses the ball, coming over to the left side. Right side is Morrison. Working around the goal, left side. They'll get it up top to Alex Campbell. Argonauts are out of Whittier, California. Shot on goal, it's good. Notre Dame D. Namur, the Argonauts on the board first. Unassisted, that is Bennett Duffy, freshman out of Everett, Washington. One of just a handful of players for the Argonauts that are from out of California. Very predominantly a California team.
16, Bennett Duffy.
Again, it's Bennett Duffy, 6'1" freshman out of Washington. And it comes at the 8:50 mark. Face-off coming. Stevenson for Young Harris. Ball on the ground. And it's going to be picked up by the Argonauts. Argonaut ball. Face-offs this year, Young Harris is 124 out of 172. Face-off one-loss percentage, 721. Do the math, their opponents at 279. Zach Stevenson, the bulk of that work, and he has been outstanding. 1-0 here early, first quarter. Argonauts lead. On the go by Bennett Duffy, came at the 8:50 mark. Argonauts working on the left side. Shot coming, and did it go in? Didn't go in. Great save by Deaver. Don't know how he kept it out, but he did, which he frequently does. He has been outstanding for the Mountain Lions this year. Young Harris quickly across midfield. Jake Dunlop, ball was all around the line but never did cross. And hats off to Deaver. Great job, Sean. Left side, Bruce Silk. Bruce missed one that he thinks he should have had, and he'll get it back, promise you. 1-0 early. Young Harris, winners of 4 straight. Working the right side. Chandler Bradley gets the ball in the stick of Jimmy Martelli, who just crosses midfield. Martelli backs up now, passes on the left side to Bradley. Bradley looking inside. And that is a very big man keeping goal. Julian Lewis, 6'3", 295-pounder. But Young Harris scores. That was Nolan Moon, assisted by Hayes Johnson, getting Young Harris on the board, ties us up at 1. Nolan, freshman out of Marietta, Georgia, from Hayes Johnson.
Nolan Moon,
the freshman out of Woodstock, Georgia.
Hayes Johnson.
So a couple of North Metro guys hooking up, and we're tied at 1. Back to the face-off. Stevenson and Nicholas Wammeling, senior out of Aptos, California. And it is controlled by the Argonauts. Tied at 1. Young Harris baseball today against Tusculum rained out, but it will be made up at a doubleheader later in the year as a doubleheader when Young Harris travels to Tusculum. Rained all morning, and probably about 2 o'clock, it just beautiful blue sky now, although it is cold. And for our ladies basking in the Florida sun right now, i.e. women's lacrosse and women's softball, we're supposed to get snow flurries tonight. And if this makes you feel better, if you don't want to miss it, supposed to get snow Monday morning. So look forward to seeing you gals. Quickly down the field, Julian Infante, shot on goal is good. Infante took it the length of the field unassisted off of the bounce, bounced it hard, and Young Harris now quickly 2 goals in the last minute and a half, and the Mountain Lions lead 2-1.
That goal was scored by Young Harris, number 2, Bruce Silk.
Excuse me, he made a pass so quick I didn't see it. Passed it off quickly to Bruce Silk, so Bruce brings it home off of the dime from Infante, who really brought the ball down the field very quickly, made a beautiful bullet pass to Silk. Bruce scores, and Young Harris has its first lead of the game, 2-1, and we're in the face-off. Controlled by Stevenson. Quickly down the field, gets it on the left side. Hard shot coming by Hayes Johnson, but Lewis gets a stick on it. It goes out of bounds hard over on the right side, but it will be Young Harris ball. And Duncan Jackson with the ball now for Young Harris over on the right side. Passes to Silk behind the goal. Bruce gives it up to Hayes Johnson. Back up top, Zimney crosses midfield. He's got the ball on the left side. Garrett Blake getting ready to cross over. Join the defensive side of the ball. Zach Stevenson will check out. Garrett makes a move on the right side, shoots a bullet, bounce shot goes in, and Young Harris starting to find the pay dirt really, really quick.
That goal was scored by Young Harris, number 30, Garrett Blake.
Garrett Blake unassisted. And he was, wow, he was 25, 30 feet out with that shot. Young Harris leads 3-1. Young Harris was scored on first by Bennett Duffy, and they have come back quickly to score 3 straight. Stevenson, Young Harris will control. Jake Dunlop. Right side. Working around to Johnson. Hayes gives it up. This will be Zimney, and he'll give it up to Garrett as he'll cross midfield. Dunlop will check out. We'll get the ball inside. Silk! Off the assist, he puts it down with some authority. And Young Harris leads 4-1. Bruce with the goal, Garrett Blake with the assist.
That goal was scored by Young Harris, number 2, Bruce Silk. Assisted by number 30, Garrett Blake.
Bruce has scored twice today, gives him 19 goals on the year. Garrett Blake has scored his 8th goal of the year, and he's also dished out his 8th assist. So Young Harris quickly taking over here in the first quarter. Mountain Lions lead 4-1. Back to the face-off. Steven for Young Harris, Wameling for the Argonauts, and it'll be controlled by the Argonauts. They'll work it down the left sideline. Stephen Barron, senior out of Aliso, Niguel, California. So-so. Womling works against Parker Lamarck. Coming left side. Up top, Sub, freshman out of Washington. Back to Womling, trying to get inside. Lamarck doing a good job keeping the ball out. They'll make a shot. Great stop by Deaver. Sean's been Sean today. One he made a few minutes ago was a thing of beauty, man. That is highlight disc material there. Alex Venturino passes out, right sideline. Young Harris gets it across. Mask gets the ball up on the Mountain Lions. Darren quickly approaching, drop the ball. Ball's on the ground. It's going to be picked up by Young Harris. Bruce Silk. Bruce gets a hold of it. He's working the right sideline. Gives it up to Martelli, who checks in. Up to Moon. Good speed, trying to get the ball inside. Ball's on the ground. Ground ball is going to be picked up by Nathan Orugas. Nice pass down to Morrison. He'll work the right sideline. Will pass, looking to come to the middle. Now they'll reverse the ball over to the left side. This is Campbell, Alex Campbell, senior out of Plymouth, Minnesota. Ball is on the ground, and again, Deaver with the pickup. Sean gets it out on the right side. Having trouble making the pass. Now he'll look back left. He'll give it up to Venturino. Alex going to quickly get the ball across midfield. He'll give it up to Bradley. Left side now reversing it to the middle. Johnson to Blake. Now he'll come to the right side to Moon. Nolan has scored today. Blake with the ball. He has scored. 2 for Bruce Silk. Bruce has the ball. He'll make a nice pass to Blake. Blake looking, gonna make the shot, and somehow it gets past the big guy and scores. Garrett's got his second one of the game. Young Harris leads 5-1.
That goal was scored by Young Harris, number 30, Garrett Blake.
You score, 5 unanswered goals for the Mountain Lions. And they're changing up with the face-off. I think this is Bennett Duffy going to go against Stevenson. Womling's been really good today for the Argonauts. Zach will pick it up. Zach going to make the shot as time expires. Had a good look at it, and the first quarter comes to an end with your score at Young Harris 5, Notre Dame de Namur 1. Mountain Lion Lacrosse on the Mountain Lion Sports Network, powered by Ridgeline TV. Places. Where do they get me on the tennis court over there, and I'm calling it basketball?
All right, we just had to smack that ball for a home run. It was pretty good.
Hey, John, when I put that clip up, I put Mountain Lion Sports Network powered by Ridgeline on YouTube.
Young Harris leads 5-1, 5 unanswered goals for the Mountain Lions. This press I want to read to you. Young Harris College men's lacrosse player Sean Deaver has been named the Great Lakes Valley Conference Defensive Player of the Weekend in March 4th. Deaver, a goalie from Marietta, Georgia, led the Mountain Lions to their fourth consecutive victory Saturday with a 12-3 decision over Mars Hill. Sean recorded 11 saves and allowed just 3 goals with a .786 save percentage. He also scooped up 3 ground balls. Sean is currently second in the GLVC with a 9.29 goals against average and third in saves per game at 10.43. Young Harris in action today, and hats off to Sean Deaver, and he is off to a good start today. Mountain Lions up in this one. 5-1 over Notre Dame de Namur. The Argonauts. Right side, Garrett Blake, a little wide. Young Harris leads. And Harris up top. Working the ball on the right side. Now reversing left. Blake coming in. Behind the pipe to Silk. Gets the ball back to Blake. Looking inside, backs it up. Comes to the left side, ball on the ground. It's going to be picked up by Bradley. Blake shot coming, and it is good. That was Chandler Bradley, the senior out of Richmond, British Columbia. And young Harris now has reeled off 6 unanswered. Comes at 13-21, and the assist was by Jimmy Martelli, freshman out of Cumming, Georgia, for South County. Speaking of, for South County, young Harris women's lacrosse going to be playing and coming, I believe, this Thursday night. I could be wrong on that. I'm going to double check on that. But I know that's a big, big deal because a lot of our ladies come from that area, going to be taking on Rollins. So excited about that one. Even thinking about going down and watching maybe. If anybody can get me off of work next Friday. Blake on the right side. Passes up to Matty Ladon. Matty waiting to get his field set. Daniel Zimney quickly getting inside, and wow, throws a laser past Julian Lewis. Young Harris leads 7-1, again 7 unanswered.
That goal was scored by young Harris, number 40, Daniel Zimney.
Daniel Zimney, unassisted, and just so quick. Daniel, sophomore out of Woodstock. And after surrendering the game's first goal, young Harris leads 7-1. Face-off coming. Controlled by Stevenson. He'll flip it back on the left side to Dunlop. Jake will make the pass down the left side to Silk. Bruce will work the ball around behind the goal to Martelli. And back up to Johnson. Johnson right side to Martelli. 2 goals for Silk today, 2 goals for Blake. Young Harris has 7 unanswered. Pass shot coming, and nice block by Julian Lewis. Ball bounces up in the highway. Shot was by Jimmy Martelli. And here's Ladon. Maddie, the senior, will come to the right side. Now young Harris will move the ball from right to left. Silk with the ball, looking inside. Now he'll bring it up top to Nolan Moon. Midway through the second quarter. Getting cold out here. Had a lot of rain today, which is no surprise. And then when the blue skies came, it got cold. Shot coming again by Jimmy Martelli, and it will be just wide right of the pipe. And it will be young Harris' ball. Silk will bring the ball in. Working the ball to Johnson. Ball on the ground, picked up by the goalie, Lewis. He'll pass out. A near steal that time by Chandler Bradley. The ball will go out of bounds, and it will belong to the Mountain Lions. LaDon left side to Silk. Reversing around to Martelli. Ball to Moon. Moon shot coming. And he gets it through. Nolan Moon with, I believe, his second goal of the day.
That goal was scored by Young Harris, number 21, Nolan Moon.
Young Harris now leads 8-1. We have reeled off 8 unanswered. Trailed 1-0. What's the time, John? 10-10. Yeah, we're in 10-10. Face coming. Face off coming. Stevenson will pick it up. Flips it out. Picked up by Mask. Ball on the ground. Damian trying to pick it up. And stick goes down. It's Young Harris ball. No, excuse me, it will be Argonaut ball. Parker Lamarck among others checking in for Young Harris. Young Harris ball. Pickup made, I believe, by LaDon. Nope, that was Kyle Beverly picking it up. Mask with the ball. He flips it to Lamarck. Parker coming the right side. He'll give it up to LaDon. Silk coming, makes the pass back out. Gives it up to Zimney, back to Blake. Blake reversing, making a nice cross the field shot to LaDon. LaDon shot on goal, nice stop. Nice save by Lewis. He has been challenged frequently in the last 10, 12 minutes of this one. Fight for the loose ball. It's picked up by Young Harris. Hayes Johnson coming up with it. He'll get the ball to LaDon. Matty on the right side. Back up to Blake. Coming left side, Zimney. Daniel passes off to Blake, who tries to make the pass to Bruce Silk. Too high. Bruce can't bring it in, and it will be Argonaut ball. Young Harris coming into this one 4-3, winners of 4 in a row. One of those a win over a top 20 team. Florida Tech, that's who our ladies will be playing tomorrow down in Melbourne, Florida. Young Harris under the direction of head coach Forrest McConnell, assisted by Josh Singleton, manager Joseph DeFrank. Young Harris ball. LaDon gets the ball out on the left side to Silk. He'll give it back to Zimney. Bradley comes in. Jackson Kohler comes out. Pass coming. LaDon can't control. Picked up by Young Harris. Bruce Silk comes out with it, and he'll give it up to Zimney up top left. Pass out to Bradley. Silk on the left side. Silk works back to Johnson. Excuse me, Bradley. And Zimney with it up top. He'll come back to Bradley now. Kel Lundell, freshman out of Calgary, Alberta, will come across for Young Harris. As Zimney will come out. Pass coming, shot, nope, Silk gets the ball. He'll try to sneak it in, can't get it in. Deflection was made by Zach Watts for the Argonauts. Pass too high, ball is on the ground, fighting for position. It will be picked up by the Argonauts. Argonaut ball. Weimling with the ball for the Argonauts. He give it up top, Adam Sobe. Shot coming. Deaver gets a deflection. It will belong to Notre Dame de Namur. I'm not Alex Trebek. I'm doing the best I can. Young Harris going to be home for quite a bit. Coming up, got Walsh Friday, 4 p.m. start. And then Sunday, Senior Day, Embry-Riddle, Daytona Beach, Florida. I think we've got a couple of teams going to be passing down through there the next couple of days. Then we'll have Indianapolis. That's a Great Lakes Valley Conference game on the 17th. At Shorter on the 30th. And then we'll finish up the home season on April 7th with North Greenville coming. Great Lakes Valley Conference Championship will be in Indianapolis April 27th and April 29th. Can we go to that one? Up to Phillip. Up to Phillip. All right. Are we going to be doing the game Friday or Sunday? Hadn't heard. You'll let me know. You'll let me know. Okay. All right. Teamwork. (8-1). Young Harris has scored 8 unanswered goals. Not many shots on goal for the Argonauts. Shots coming. Deaver with the deflection. Hustle for the ball. Wow, great hustle by Kyle Beverly. And this Young Harris ball. Beverly picks it up. Man, he did some hustling. He came a long way to run that ball down. 5'9" junior out of Decula, Georgia. Bruce Silk passes out over to the left sideline. Zimney to Ladon. Silk behind the goal. Back out to Zimney. Johnson thought about it, passed out, and this will be Ladon now, the right side. Coming to Martelli, working around to Silk. Zimney turning it on the right side to Silk. Works around, shot coming. Ball on the ground, shot came from Jimmy Martelli. Excuse me, yeah, I think it came from Martelli. Might have been Harrison Wiggins. Saw a 5. And Young Harris able to stay with it, keep it in. Young Harris just would not quit on that one. And that was Jimmy Martelli unassisted
That goal was
with
scored by
Young Harris, his
number
9th goal of the
15,
game.
Jimmy Martelli.
9 unanswered for Young Harris. Mountain Lions lead 9-1. Getting late in the second quarter. Scramble for the ball on that face-off. It's controlled by Young Harris. Good physical play by Zach Stevenson down there. You would expect nothing different. Young Harris ball is on the ground. And ground ball is going to be picked up by the Argonauts. Connor Morrison, senior out of Toronto, Ontario. Young Harris men's baseball in action this weekend on the road. Peach Bell action against Augusta College. If the rain don't get them. Young Harris took 2 out of 3 from UNC Pembroke here at Zell B. Miller Field this past weekend. Pembroke came into that one ranked 21st in the nation. Young Harris softball, the women are on a roll. Don't know how they did today. I'm going to check at halftime. Won all 4 games in their tournament. They got a conference game today against Flagler down in St. Augustine. Men's baseball tournament's going to be at Flagler Peach Belt, and hoping our guys can get there, hoping all of our teams can get there. Of course, our women's lacrosse, 2-time defenders of Gulf South Conference this year, and off to a good start with a 4-0 record in the conference. Lost their first one yesterday to Florida Southern, #1 team in the nation. Long pass over from Silk, and save opportunity converted that time by Julian Lewis. And the first half comes to, and second quarter comes to an end, and it's been all Young Harris. Argonauts scored the first goal of the game. Bennett Duffy bringing it home. But Young Harris, Bruce Silk,
Your score at halftime, Young
Garrett
Harris,
Blake,
9,
I believe
Notre
Nolan
Dame,
Moon,
1.
2 apiece. So Young Harris leading 9-1. We'll take a break. Mountain Lion Lacrosse on the Mountain Lion Sports Network, powered by Ridgeline TV.
Yeah, I'll take the same.
warm-up music for the women. And then you after the warm-up music's done, you can just take it when we have women's games.
Gotcha. All right. I didn't even think about that. How did our
Softball won 6-3 first game on Friday. Links are working. Can you tell me where? Can you tell me what I need to order so I can get more links? Just so we have them, and
9-1, Young Harris leads, 9 unanswered. Young Harris people are the best. Man, these are some of the nicest people around here. Oh, so good to us here. 2 goals for Nolan Moon, Garrett Blake, and Bruce Silk. 1 for Daniel Zimney, Jimmy Martelli, and Chandler Bradley. Assist by Julian Infante, Hayes Johnson, Jimmy Martelli, and Garrett Blake. Sean Deaver with 3 saves. Zach Stevenson, 9 of 12 in face-off opportunities. Young Harris has picked up 6 ground balls versus 5. Young Harris a lot of shots on goals. We'll be picking up the Young Harris game Friday on the Mountain Lion Sports Network powered by Ridgeline TV against Walsh. I'll be doing the broadcast on that. Sunday, we'll also pick it up against Embry-Riddle. Probably won't. We will be streaming that one. Doubt I'll be here, but we will have it on. That is Senior Day, by the way. And then let me make sure I get this one in. Monday, March 12th, 5 p.m., Young Harris women's lacrosse will be taking on Slippery Rock, and tentatively scheduled, we're going to be doing the women's lacrosse game on the Mountain Lion Sports Network powered by Ridgeline TV. I get a feeling if I don't get a women's lacrosse game in before long that, I don't know, I'm going to get pummeled. So I got to get that one on, definitely. Young Harris women peach belt action against Flagler. Softball, Young Harris wins game number 1. Dharma got the win on that one. So Young Harris winning streak continues, and I believe that was our first conference game. And they're taking on Embry-Riddle tomorrow, I believe. Embry-Riddle will be Young Harris men's lacrosse. Young Harris women's lacrosse in Florida as well. They're taking on Florida Tech tomorrow. Got our first loss of the season yesterday against Florida Southern. Number 1 team in the nation. Young Harris 5-1 overall, 4-0 in conference. Young Harris men's lacrosse is on a roll, winners of 4 straight after losing their first 3. And we lead 9-1 here, and we have the ball. So some good things going on for Young Harris. Baseball, our men just took 2 out of 3 from Pembroke in conference against the number 21 team in the nation, and we just scored. That was Bruce Silk. Brings it home from the left side, and the Young Harris lead is 10-1. Very quickly, Young Harris picks up in the 3rd quarter where we left off. Bennett Duffy got the game's first goal. Nolan Moon scored first for Young Harris, followed by Silk, Blake, Bradley, Zimney, Moon, and Martelli. And give Bruce Silk another.
The goal was scored by Young Harris, number 2, Bruce Silk, assisted by number 7, Hayes Johnson.
The assist on that was from Hayes Johnson. So Young Harris leads 10-1. Notre Dame de Namur is kind of on a tour of the area. They're going to be taking on Young Harris, UAH, Montebello, Shorter, not necessarily in that order, but out of California, Whittier, California. And they're going to be, taking a tour of the those schools that we play very frequently here at Young Harris. They are Gulf South opponents, and they're GLVC opponents. Argonaut ball on the left side. Young Harris women's softball getting underway probably about now in game 2 of a doubleheader against Flagler. Ball on the ground picked up by Young Harris. It looked like Alex Venturino picking the ball up. Mask with the ball. Darian bring the ball over and get it across midfield. And he'll give it up to Harrison. Excuse me, to Nolan Moon. And Young Harris scores again. Just that quick. Goal was scored by Chandler Bradley.
That goal was scored by Young Harris, number 8, Chandler Bradley.
Bradley unassisted. And gives Young Harris the lead 11-1. That is 11 unanswered. Young Harris reeled off 20 unanswered last week against Emmanuel. Chandler Bradley with his second goal. Face-off control by Young Harris with Stevenson. And the ball's on the ground. And ground ball's going to be picked up by the Argonauts. Steve Barron coming up. He'll pass out to the right sideline. And a very dangerous pass that Young Harris intercepts. Jackson Kohler coming up with the ball, but it's on the ground. It will be picked up by Gutierrez for the Argonauts. Argonaut ball. We're early in the third quarter. Young Harris leading 11-1. Young Harris will take on Walsh Friday, and then it will be Embry-Riddle Sunday, Senior Day. And we will be streaming both of those games on the Mountain Line Sports Network, powered by Ridgeline TV. Young Harris off to a good solid start in winning their 5th straight game. Good save by Deaver. Sean again has been Sean. He was Great Lakes Valley Conference Defensive Player of the Week for this past week. Ellie Flagg has already picked up that honor in the Gulf South. Shot coming, and it's good. A long scoring drought broke by the Argonauts. That was 00, senior out of Aptos, California.
That goal is scored by Notre Dame, number 00, Nicholas Wemmeling.
Nicholas Wemmeling, 5'11", senior midfielder out of Aptos, California. Unassisted, and it's 11-2 game. And this is going to be Parker Lamarck, I believe. Lamarck. And he'll control. Loses his footing, but keeps hold of the ball. Gets the ball into Jake Dunlop. Jake works the right sideline. Ball will come around to Silk. Bruce has had pretty well a Bruce day today with 3 goals off of 7 shots. Picked up a ground ball as well. Simney working to Silk. Bruce shot on goal. Save opportunity successful for Lewis, but Young Harris picks up the ball. And Young Harris is going to turn the ball over. Jackson Kohler comes in for the Mountain Lions. Amongst others, it'll be Argonaut ball. Michael Haas with the ball. Ball is on the ground. It's going to be picked up by Kyle Beverly for the Mountain Lions. He'll get the ball out to Lamarck. And he'll pass off on the right side to Blake. Big game for Garrett. To your score. Blake with the ball, makes the pass over on the right side, working around to Silk. Bruce looking to get the ball back up top. Young Harris quickly moves the ball, keeping it very hot. Blake with the ball now. Gives it up to Moon. Nolan scored twice today. Sneaking around the goal, shot coming, goes left of the pipe. That was and it's going to be Young Harris ball. Offsides call. Shot coming, Blake. Good stop by Lewis. He's really played well in goal the last few minutes, really this entire half. He has had a lot of shots thrown his way tonight. Argonaut ball, Weimeling with the ball. He'll work against Blake. Passes, ball's on the ground. It's going to be Young Harris ball. Hayes Johnson picks it up, gives it out to Dunlop to the right sideline. Simney up top, passes, coming ball to the left side. To Silk, coming out to Johnson. Silk passes out on the left side. Silk, Young Harris keeping it very hot. Shot coming. No good. Pickup is going to be made by Lewis. Long pass, and it's going to be picked up by Lamarck for Young Harris. Excuse me, Kyle Beverly. Great speed from Beverly. Gets it out to Silk. Bruce will give it up to Johnson. Silk looking to make a move, makes a pass on the left side behind the goal. Shot coming. And it's good. That was Jimmy Martelli, the freshman out of Cumming, Georgia. 2 minutes on the clock, makes it 12-2.
That goal was scored by Young Harris, number 8, Chandler Bradley.
Excuse me, it was Chandler
Assisted
Bradley,
by number 15,
assisted
Jimmy
by
Martelli.
Jimmy Martelli. So Bradley with the goal. That's his third of the game. Martelli with the assist. He has a goal and 2 assists. And Young Harris again will control the faceoff. Our percentage has been outstanding, as usual. And Young Harris leads 12-2. Young Harris is 11 of 17 in face-off opportunities. We've picked up 13 ground balls versus 9 for the Argonauts, caused 4 turnovers versus 2. 11 and 11 in clear opportunities versus 7 of 13. And I look at the stats and we score again. And that was Martelli scoring.
The goal scored by Young Harris, number 15, Jimmy Martelli.
The assist
By number 11,
coming from Duncan Jackson. So Martelli is having a great game today. He has been in the middle of everything that's happened. Young Harris leads 13-2 and comes back with another face-off opportunity. And that time face-off control. They'll get a shot on goal. Deaver comes out with it. Young Harris with a goal. Daniel Zimney unassisted.
That goal was scored by Young Harris, number
And Young
40,
Harris leads.
Daniel Zimney.
14-2, Zimney with the goal. Coming up for Young Harris women's lacrosse Monday at home against Slippery Rock. Of course, they play tomorrow at Florida Tech in Melbourne, Florida. Thursday, we will be playing Rollins at Cumming, Georgia. That's an 8 p.m. start. And I just wonder, where's that game going to be played in Cumming? One of the high schools? South Forsyth, West Forsyth? I don't know. Somebody message me and let me know. Young Harris scores as the quarter ends. Wow. It's been all mountain lions tonight. And the goal was scored just as time expires. Duncan Jackson on an assist from Maddie Ladon. So Duncan Jackson gets in the scoring column. And Maddie Ladon with an assist. And Young Harris leads 15-2. We've played 3 here at the Young Harris Soccer in Lacrosseville. It's been all Young Harris. Mountain Lions lead 15-2. Great Lakes Valley Conference Men's Lacrosse on the Mountain Lion Sports Network, powered by Ridgeline TV.
separate my heads right now. No worries. It's a personal problem. I gotta find her all here. Funky 2-3! Funky 2-3! Come on, Rich! Come on!
All Mountain Lions in this one. Young Harris leads 15-2. Number of Young Harris players have multiple goals and multiple assists. Just looking at the Great Lakes Valley Conference right now, really don't have a sample of where we're at in the standings. Been very few conference games played. But Young Harris has one conference win, as does UAH. Maryville, the team Young Harris has defeated, is 1-2 in the conference. Indianapolis and Shorter have not played conference games. Montevallo has played one conference game and lost. Overall, Young Harris is 4-3, UAH 4-2, Maryville 3-4, Indianapolis 2-1, Shorter 1-5, and Montevallo 2-3. There are a few conference games coming up. Well, one coming up Saturday. Indianapolis will be at Shorter. That will be their both teams' first conference game. Fourth quarter. All Young Harris.
Hey, yellow! 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 Parker, box!
Young Harris with the ball. Silk passes out to Jackson. Jackson come back to Silk. Young Harris with several players not in uniform tonight, but been all Mountain Lions. Zimney with the ball. He'll give it up to Chandler Bradley, trying to make a pass. It's going to be too high to pull down for Duncan Jackson. Ball will go out of bounds. Good hustle play by Jackson just to almost get the ball. A cold and getting colder night here at Young Harris Soccer and Lacrosse Field. Young Harris on their way to winning their 5th consecutive game. Probably have played as one of the toughest schedules in the country. First 4 games against top 20 teams. Was able to pick up one of those against Florida Tech. And since that time, Young Harris has reeled off wins against Maryville, Missouri, Emmanuel, Mars Hill. Got a big lead tonight on Notre Dame de Namur. And got Walsh and Embry-Riddle and Indianapolis coming in. Delay of game, 30-second penalty on the Argonauts. Cesar Rojas Martinez. It is Young Harris ball. Martelli with the ball, working around right to left. Cut inside, shot on goal, it's good. Beautiful passing on the interior for Young Harris. And Young Harris runs its lead to 14 with that goal, makes the score 16-2. Goal was scored by Duncan Jackson, assisted by Matty Ladon.
That goal was scored by Young Harris, number 11, Duncan Jackson.
That was Matty's second assist.
Matty Ladon.
Argonaut ball. Young Harris has had its way here tonight. Shot coming on goal. Great stop by Deaver. Picked up by Infante. He is motoring it down. Oh, made just almost a beautiful pass that Silk couldn't quite bring in. But wow, Infante picking the ball up and bringing it the length of the field, and just almost beautiful, beautiful play on the other end. But great job by Infante, senior out of British Columbia. Lewis with the ball, and sometimes making the pass out has been an adventure. He'll get that one across midfield successfully. Shot coming on goal, and it's good. That was, I believe, Justin Egelman. Nope, Andrew Kofed, assisted by Dominic Brown. Kofed with the goal, Brown with the assist.
That goal was scored by Notre Dame, number 9, Andrew Kofed, assisted by number 4, Connor Morrison.
Connor Morrison, excuse me, with the assist. And the score is now 16-3. And Matty Ladon in the face-off for Young Harris now. Third person Young Harris has used. Ground ball is picked up by Young Harris. Dunlop picks it up. He'll get the ball over on the right side. Bradley now in. He'll give it up to Ladon on the left side. Matty will give it up to Martelli. He has had a great game today, Jimmy Martelli. Now Zimney with the ball. He goes over to the left side. We will be Streaming Friday and Sunday, Walsh and Embry-Riddle. Embry-Riddle will be Sunday, will be senior day. And then shortly after that, got a little bit of a break, and then Indianapolis comes in for our next conference game. Jackson with the ball, loses his footing and the ball, but it's picked up by Young Harris. Shot on goal, good save by Lewis. Argonauts will come out with it. They'll make a pass, and we're going to force a turnover there. Young Harris going to come down with the ball, and we got some numbers. And nice feed, and beautiful score by Young Harris. Started out on the defensive end, Young Harris getting the turnover, and it ended up with Chandler Bradley scoring on an absolutely beautiful pass from Bruce Silk. 7:56 on the clock, and Young Harris leads 17-3.
Young Harris, number 8, Chandler Bradley.
And that one was a thing of beauty.
Number 2, Bruce Silk.
And again, it started on the defensive end. Lamarck in goal. He controls. Gets out to Infante. Infante coming, going to make a pass. Shot coming, good deflection by Lewis. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be picked up. No, it don't. It's picked up by Bruce Silk. It will be Young Harris' ball. Bruce will give it up to Lundale. Ball comes to Johnson. Zimney will cross over into the offensive side for Young Harris. He's got the ball. Shot coming. It's high the pipe. Just high the pipe. And it's going to be Young Harris' ball. Bruce Silk with the ball. Quickly making a move. Passes inside. We drop the ball. Lundale trying to get the shot. There's a scramble for the loose ball. It goes behind the goal. Still fighting for it. Lundale trying to pick it up for Young Harris. And it's going to be picked up by Jackson. That will be Argonaut ball. Pass coming, nearly Martelli just about stole the ball, but it will be Argonaut ball. Kyle Beverly applying good defensive pressure for Young Harris. Ball on the ground picked up by the Argonauts. Shot coming. Left of the pipes on the ground. Picked up by Notre Dame. Shot coming. Don't know if it was the pipe or Deaver that got the deflection, but nonetheless, ball is picked up by Young Harris. Zimney now will look to get the ball across midfield for the Mountain Lions. He will do so. He will bring the ball toward the right sideline. Now he'll pull up. Gives the ball to Johnson. Johnson back to Zimney. Now he'll look inside. Ball is on the ground, picked up by Notre Dame. On the floor, players, and it's going to be Argonaut ball. Notre Dame ball. Young Harris leads 17-3. It's getting late in this one. Been on mountain lines. First goal of the game was scored by the Argonauts. Young Harris rattled off 9 in a row after that. And Young Harris has just continued to increase his lead here in the fourth. Great job again by Deaver. Picks the ball up off the ground about 2 inches in front of the line. And Young Harris now will go on the attack on the left sideline.
Take care of the ball, boys. Chicken. Start it.
Notre Dame ball. Julian Lewis looking to make the pass. And he gets a long pass down to Egelman. Egelman right sideline makes a pass. Errant pass is going to be picked up. It'll be Young Harris ball. Martelli comes out. Play will start. And Martelli will pass on the left side to Silk. Harrison Wiggins with the ball. And Young Harris scores. That's Harrison Wiggins.
That goal
Freshman
scored by
out of
Young
Florida.
Harris, number 5, Harrison Wiggins.
Unassisted. And Mountain Lions lead 18-3. Young Harris now with 18 goals. We've scored 20 once this year against Emmanuel back on the 25th of February. Shot coming from Young Harris. Ball goes out of bounds. It will belong to the Mountain Lions. Chandler Bradley tonight for Young Harris with 4 goals. Great night for him. Bruce Silk with 3 goals and an assist. Jimmy Martelli with 2 goals and 2 assists. Jackson with 2 goals and an assist. Likewise, big night for Garrett Blake. Deaver been outstanding in goal, and everybody that Young Harris has put in the faceoff has been good tonight. Haven't seen Zach Stevenson in a while, developing some depth in a game that has been completely dominated by Young Harris. We lead by 15, 18-3. Shot coming. Deaver again with the deflection, making the save. Again, shot comes. Deaver again gets a stick on it. Fight for the ground ball. It's going to be picked up by Young Harris. And ball on the ground. It's going to be picked up by Kohler. And ball will go out of bounds. It will belong now to the Argonauts. Getting late, somewhere around, oh, we got John 3 minutes. Less than that. And a goal for the Argonauts.
The goal is scored by Notre Dame number 00, Nicholas Wameling.
Nicholas Wameling, that's his second of the game. He's got 2 of the 4 for it, Notre Dame. Time 28 seconds. And this one coming to an end. Face off, ball picked up by Kohler. He'll make the pass over to Jackson. And Young Harris just going to be content here. Let the clock run out. And that's it. Young Harris has picked up its 5th consecutive win. Runs its record to 5-3. 18-4 your final. Big night for a lot of people. Big night for Bruce Silk. Big night for Chandler Bradley. Big night for Jimmy Martelli. Big night for Garrett Blake. Deaver great and goal. And Young Harris control this game from the get-go. Trail 1-0 early, but then it was all Mountain Lions from then on out. Young Harris just too much tonight for the Argonauts, our visitors from out of California, and they're going to be hitting the road Thursday over at Shorter, and then Saturday they'll be at Alabama Huntsville, and then later on the next week they're going to be at Montevallo. Young Harris coming up next, as Young Harris now 5-3 on the season. We will be taking on Walsh, March the 9th. That's a Friday at 4 p.m. And then on Sunday, March 11th, Embry-Riddle. That's the senior day, 5 p.m. Then we'll get back into conference on the 17th with Indianapolis coming to town. That's a Saturday, 11 a.m. face-off. We'll hit the road. It's been a while since we've been on the road, and we'll be in conference again March 30th at Shorter. Not going to be long to the Great Lakes Valley Conference Championship in its inaugural season, 27th and 29th of April. That will be held in Indianapolis. So, on a winning night for Young Harris, 5-3 your score. Lots of things going on. Young Harris Athletics, our ladies will be taking on Florida Tech tomorrow down in Melbourne, Florida. That is a 7 p.m. Draw, and that will be on Florida Tech. That will be live video and live stats on the Florida Tech website. Our ladies softball team is in action tonight down at Flagler. That is a Peach Belt Conference game. And our men are going to be hitting the road for conference as they will travel down to Augusta this weekend to take on Augusta University. Young Harris just took 2 out of 3 from Pembroke, who came in ranked 21st in the nation. So certainly a big series for the Mountain Lions. So a lot of things going on, but the one we really want to key on and concentrate tonight is our men's lacrosse, who get a big victory over our visitors from Whittier, California. On a winning night, Tommy Jenkins, John C. Moon with you on the Mountain Line Sports Network, powered by Ridgeline TV. Thanks for listening and watching in, and we will be seeing you Friday when Walsh comes to call.